winos, but for real, listen close and listen carefully. The olive leaf extract can reverse high blood pressure and diabetic high blood sugar, or the sugar as some of our grandmamas may call it. It can also kill any nasty little bugs in your bodies like parasites, bacteria, fungi, tumors, and much, much more. And if that's not enough, you can also tell certain cancers like breast, prostate, colon, liver, and skin cancer to take a seat because the olive leaf extract has been known to fight it. And their friend lupus can get it too, okay? So I need my winos to be in good health because we have some good dragging to do. So visit myoliveleaf.biz to help get your health in order. Savannah Grant.
That's correct.
Okay. On July 20th, 2002, you were 23 years old when you mixed up Clorox bleach with red lye and tossed it in the face of 30-year-old Sabrina Greenlee. She is now blind in both eyes due to the acid mix that was tossed in her face. You were sentenced to 20 years for assault and battery with intent to kill. This was all over a boyfriend that you both shared.
And I didn't find out until after the incident during my court trial that they had been seeing each other. Well, she kept calling the house, and I was like, why do you keep calling my house? I have a baby here. You know, why do you keep calling and hanging up all night long? One of my friends, homeboys, they was like, you know, he's seeing this chick named Sabrina, the stripper chick that works at Godiva's. I was like, nah, I don't know her. I never heard of her, never seen her. And he was like, you guys kind of favor a lot. And I was like, I don't know who she is. Until one day I was at my cousin's house and Anton apparently used Sabrina's home phone and called me at my cousin's house. And she called back, but she had a conversation with my cousin, not me. And so my cousin called me and told me the nature of the conversation with the two of them. So we have a heated argument. He's ranting and raving and fussing. Are you effing that good? And you gonna give me some? And so he ripped my skirt off. So we're here in my living room, and I didn't have a whole lot of furniture at the time.
Okay.
And so we're right there on the floor, and somebody rang my doorbell. I said, don't answer it. I felt like it was her, and it was.
Angela. Now, here's what I'm going to say, okay? Angela has been long overdue for an Oscar, all right? There's a lot of black talent, colored talent, okay? Multicultural talent that is long overdue for an Oscar. And what we saw the Oscar do last night was be the Oscars, be white in white news, okay? One thing that I've noticed that the Oscar loves to do is prove social media wrong, okay? They get a kick out of doing that. It's like, oh, you gonna tell them who they should vote for? They gonna vote otherwise. Now this is bigger than Angela. Even though I felt like she earned it, she should have got it way back when during What's Love Got to Do with It, or the Jackson 5. She should have been had that. Okay? This is. But here's the thing: she ain't gonna get it until we get our own. We got our own awards for the music, BET. They got their own American Music Awards and Country Music Awards. You know what I'm saying? Everything else is split up. We got black restaurants, white restaurants, multicultural restaurants. But when it comes to a film industry that was built first to mock us, to entertain without us, they didn't want our money, okay? Then we fought for civil rights and made them take our money because we wanted to see the movies. We felt like we had a right to do what it is they did. Okay? Then they allow us into the theaters. They allow us into the movies because blackface was just tired. It was tired. How many? It was tired, and to the point where now white folks are just walking around in blackface every day, okay? Butt shots, lip injections, okay? Bigger noses, big eyes, long eyelashes, extensions. Need I say more? Okay? Now, it's time when it comes to the movies that we get our own. Now, I've seen a lot of people laugh at Nollywood. I was watching Nollywood, and if you don't know what Nollywood is, I'm going to break it down. It's African made in Africa movies, okay? I was watching Nollywood when they was being bootlegged and the sound was unsynced. It was off. You had to speak broken English in order to understand the movies, okay? You really had to put your ear up to the screen to hear a scene in a Nollywood movie because the stories were so good. And now that Nollywood is on the map, who coming to knock? Netflix, Hulu, television, Grammys, Oscars. Where there's money, they come. If you ain't making no money, they ain't gonna be there. I'm talking about white wine. They only come where there's money because they feel like, oh, if y'all making it, we can help y'all to make more. We can get a little bit. Why not have it all? But Angela ain't had no business down there. It's time that Black Americans, colored Americans, Latina Americans merge with Africa, Bollywood, Nollywood, and other ones. And let these folks have their award show. They don't want us there. You done seen them put security in place because they think we done went from slapping to shooting now at the Oscars over Will Smith. Who put security in place because Will Smith slapped somebody? Who? It wasn't Suge Knight. Come on now. Seriously, so what we saw is what they been doing. They not giving us nothing we deserve. They gonna let us, you gonna earn this. You gonna earn this. You a good house, you a good housewife. You gonna earn this. So what I saw was something that, listen, they ain't gonna get it till we split it. They ain't gonna get it. You don't see them over there trying to enter the BET Awards, the Hip Hop Awards, the Source Awards. You don't see them over there. We got our own advertising, but they advertising on it. They advertising on it. McDonald's, everybody. They advertising on it because guess what? There's money to be made from the community. But until we get our own Black Oscars and we got enough from a whole continent and America to give our own Black Oscars, stop. That's the only way. That's the only way Black talent is going to be recognized. Because I'll be honest with you anyway. The talent is different. When you compare white talent versus Black talent, you can't even compare it. We were given by God and his higher self or whoever y'all believe in. We was given the talent to entertain the world. And they gonna come try to tell us what we deserve. When they mimicking ourselves, we're country music. Come on now. I'm just saying, like, seriously, this ain't gonna stop until we split it up. Split it up. NAACP, Image Awards, make it an Oscar. Make it an Oscar. Give it that much validity. But you trying to knock on the door asking, can you use the white-only bathroom? It's not gonna work, okay? It's not gonna work anymore. Angela, take your dress on down to the NAACP Awards or the Essence Fest Awards or wherever they got, okay? But this ain't the award show for that. You should have wore what Rihanna wore. Rihanna came in with a bucket hat, a T-shirt, and slippers on. That's what you should have wore to the... And if they called your name, then you would have been like, give me a few minutes, let me go get dressed. But until then, don't you buy nail dress, hire no designer, no hairstylist, no makeup artist, unless you know for sure you coming to get what's due to you. Now there's your flowers. Moving on. Now I don't want to hear nothing. Okay? Because the problem is, y'all don't be liking the truth to be told out here because this is buffoonery at its fullest, okay? This woman went at 46, 47 to go get a BBL. a BBL at 47. Before menopause. Matter of fact, 47, menopause was in effect. Forget what she said on her channel. Menopause had already arrived. She just didn't give it time to thrive. Okay? This is B-Love's life. She's a mukbang YouTuber. Okay? Gluttonous YouTuber. Food addicted YouTuber. Period. Now, you got the rash and stuff. This stuff ain't funny no more. Because I done watched that lady suck down too many crab legs, too many corn on the cob, a whole half a bucket of salt and sugar to sell y'all some content. And now y'all done woke up one day just like she woke up one day and was like, whoa. She looked in the mirror and was like, oh my God. Yeah, do you see what I see? Show them what they seeing. This. How do you go from this, go to the other? Look how pretty she is. To this. No. The hand tells it all. Do you see? Let me tell you how you can know somebody, the camera playing tricks. So she didn't adjust that lens, okay? To make it proportionate. Because at first when you're looking at it, you're like, oh, okay, maybe she just ain't got no weave in. You know what I'm saying? But when she put that hand to the camera, look at my hand. Is my hand bigger than my body right now? Is my hand bigger than my body? I got the wine. Is it the same size? Look at the ratio of her hand to her face. Look at it. And she want to say, I had a BBL. I'm going through menopause. I'm losing my hair. Sweetie, first of all, yes, we can blame this on BBL. We can say, let's just say hypothetically it's a BBL. Let's just say this and tell anybody out there going to get a BBL, please, look to your neighbor and say, listen to Tasha here for a second. If you didn't have, before the BBL, a workout plan, if you didn't have restrictions on your diet, if you didn't have self-control or self-discipline, a BBL is going to expel that. Look at Exhibit A. All it's going to do is show it off. You are taking visceral fat that is not supposed to be on your body in the first place. Visceral fat is the worst type of fat you can have. Okay? Doctors want you to lose it. It's the heart attack fat. It's the diabetes fat. Okay? It's the high cholesterol fat. It's the sodium salt retention fat. It's the fat that's the last to go around your stomach. Trust me, I know it. I talk to it every day. You got to go. And you think I'm about to take it and put it in my ass? You think I'm about to take it and put it, and guess what? More visceral fat gonna grow here and here. So now I got visceral fat expounding all over the body. All because I can't put down a crab leg. Now, a lot of people say crab legs is healthy. Okay, we can beg to differ. We can. But when you add salt, butter, sugar, okay, Cajun ball, lemon pepper, all that down, no, it's called water retention, and your kidneys can't filter out the sugar, the glucose, and the salt to expel because you eating too fast. This is not a normal portion for anybody. So the food ain't got nowhere to go because she not giving it time to leave. And now on top of that, you got an added BBL that's just ready to grow. The doctors tell you, eat. You want your booty to be big? Eat. And she eating. But they forgot to tell her, listen to me. You have to watch what you eat only because it's going to go everywhere else. Arms, neck, head, hair falling out. She ain't giving the digestive system time. And you going through menopause because you did it too late. You know what I'm saying? She ain't giving it time to send the nutrients that she is taking in a little bit, that she is taking in to send to her hair so her hair and nails can grow. She losing it. And y'all think this is cute. This is what y'all not giving y'all bodies time to go through. There's a different criteria for a woman over 40 with a BBL versus a woman in her 20s with a BBL. And the women in their 20s now is uploading just like Black China, talking about I'm getting it removed. I got to take it out. And I got my sister-in-law, I got migraines. Not realizing you're going to get old one day. It's going to happen. And when this type of fat, the visceral fat, that's the hardest to lose. When you take the stomach fat out and you put it back here in the legs and everywhere else, and then it signals it to grow everywhere because the fat got to go somewhere. It's got to go somewhere, especially if you ain't working it off. You ain't never worked out. Don't plan to work out. You just think you just going to go down to the doctor, get a BBL, be skinny for 6 months until thinking that's going to help with your food addiction, your sugar addiction, and it don't work like that. And then when folks be honest with you and girl, you looking a little swole, you looking like, that's not the camera. That's not the camera. Wouldn't even recognize her if you saw her at Home Depot. You would walk right past her. This lady been on the internet a long time, but I guarantee you walked in Home Depot or Lowe's, and if you saw her grabbing some wallpaper, you would not know who she was. You would not know who she was. But this is not cool. We done saw one YouTuber. What's her name? Bless her soul. Older lady. Used to fry foods all the time. Auntie Fee. Auntie Fee. Okay? You're frying foods, sucking salt and sugar down. Heart ain't gonna last. Kidneys ain't gonna last past 60. Ain't nothing you can do. Kidney failure is from too much salt, too much sugar. You ain't gonna be able to take no vacations. That retirement that you want to do is not gonna happen because you're gonna be hooked up to a kidney dialysis machine. You can't go unless you pre-schedule your dialysis in the Bahamas. Okay? You can't fly high because of the stress on your heart, so you can't get on a plane. But y'all think this shit is cute. It's not. And listen, I'm going to be honest all the way with y'all. Now stop with that damn menopause. And you need Food Addictions Anonymous. Okay? A no-salt diet, a no-sugar diet, intermittent fasting, a.k.a. don't eat, until you lose that damn weight. Before your ass be getting your blood filtered. Because your kidneys stopped. Moving on. I got my red wine. Now, y'all ain't gonna like what I got to say about this here. You never do, but you get over it. Okay? Now, I saw the videos. I don't put children on my channel. I don't. Okay? Reason being because children were child. They shouldn't have to grow up to see their face being, on a channel. They don't even know who they are yet, okay? And somebody needs to give Kim Kardashian the memo. This is what Kanye was talking about. Kanye did not want his children influenced by this. But listen, we can't, Kanye, you planted the seed, brother. It grew, okay? You married a porn star. So, but when I see mothers, see, I'm a wholehearted believer in the way that I was raised, okay? Children on one side, adults on the other. Children, when adults are in a room, you ain't got no business in that room. Even in church. They had children's church, then they had teenage adult church. Why? Adults and children ain't got no time. There's no reason as to why they should be together. Then when you fly in a little girl, well, she's not a little girl, this is a grown lady, who is projected to look like a little girl, who's projected to look like a Raggedy Ann doll. Borderline Balenciaga paraphernalia. You would think this is a child first until she bends over and slides her hands between her. And then you say, oh, she doesn't look like a little, but to your face, she looks like a little child. She looks like a little girl because she appeals to a certain audience. Okay? Yeah. And then our children are watching it. Then our children are mimicking. Well, she looks like a little girl. She like a little Raggedy Ann doll, with freckles on her face. And so my child now wants a wig like her and wants a velour Victoria's Secret two-piece suit like her. And now she online rapping her lyrics like her. It's borderline giving P-E-D, let me spell it out. Hold on. P-E-D-O-P-H-I-L-E. The wine working. P-E-D-O-P-H-I-L-E. I told you this is the censored version. If I'm going to be on any other platform, it's got to be censored. It ain't my fault. When we get to TashaKLive.com after this show, we will say it. That's why I got it. But when you got children, you paying like little girls like this who give the Raggedy Ann, and she's appealing to a certain demographic, which is the P-E-D-O-P-H-I-L-E demographic, because any man that looks at her and is attracted to her, you may be borderline attracted to 15 and 14-year-olds, okay? Looking at her. But when she bend over, she gives 20. She's R. Kelly's type. This is R. Kelly's type. If he was out, she would be inside. Now, in a sweatsuit, baggier than the one she got on, okay? Now, when your mama invites said little girl over to the house who has a special demographic to entertain her daughter, I got a problem with that. I do. No, it ain't my money. It ain't my child. But at the same time, children ain't got no business mimicking what adults do. Because if they mimicking this young, by the time they 14, 15, they're going to be mimicking what adults do with money. Or even with no money. And they think just because they mammy got money that they can do what they want to do. North ain't got no business around this child here. I'm sorry. Child, adult, who appeals to men who like children. No business. I don't care how much she loves her. She ain't got no business listening to her. Reason being, I thank my parents. I couldn't even watch MTV coming up. I can't watch that till I was 16 years old. Matter of fact, couldn't even watch TV. Shouldn't be watching TV now. Why? Something wrong with the children. Google virtual autism. Google it. Kids online all day. They telling you your kid autistic. It's called virtual autism. Too much screen time. Now, you know how much I love Tevin Campbell coming up? Do you know how much I love Tevin Campbell? You think my mama would have paid for Tevin Campbell to come around and sing to me? Why? So at 12 years old, legs be bust wide open? Kids ain't got no self-control. We don't. We believe in fantasies. That's what we do. And her child ain't got no reason around, like I said, this rag doll. She a whole setup. Moving on.